Pilates, I don't take karate. I'm just running around with my shawty.
Dancer.
America to its knees in only 5 days, and there is no amount of emergency that's going to bring it back, I think. We have to leave that task to The Division. Joining me is Ryan Bernard, the game director for The Division.
Hello.
You have brought some gameplay here to actually walk us through.
Sure.
And this is, The Division is squad-based co-op.
Yep.
All online. And so how many players are we talking in a squad here?
Well, a group, as we call it, is 4 players plus the companion or drone, which is our cross-screen addition for the game.
Gotcha. So as this comes up here, we're going to start walking through a mission. But
Sure.
tell us a little bit more about the backstory of The Division. So this plague is broken out. It's kind of, we've seen New York kind of decimated.
Yes.
Is this a post-apocalyptic thing? Are we just fighting to survive? Are we taking control back?
It's important that we make sure that it's the distinction that it's mid-crisis. So it's not post-apocalyptic. This is all happening a few weeks before you're activated in the game and you start as a player.
Gotcha. So as we're coming in here, these environments look amazing. And New York is pretty open, right?
Yeah. It's an open world New York game as a structure. So choice is really important in The Division. We want you, as you can see, we're going to open our map here, and there's a variety of activities you'll be able to see on the map, and you can make a choice on where you want to go.
The UI is insanely awesome on this.
Our UI team is crazy. The Swedes, man. So we make a choice and get a waypoint, and we head out.
So tell me a little bit about what our mission is here as we're watching Megan running through.
So we're helping Megan get her base of operations online for this area or this district. But on the way, we're going to see that we're going to kind of bring our new gadget for this year, which is a tool we call Echo. So what it is a 3D reconstruction of closed-circuit camera, cell phones, anything digital in an area can be reconstructed. So you can get missions, there's clues about the overall narrative, and maybe factions of who you'll be fighting in the area.
So this is all, as we're exploring, the story sort of unfolds for us.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So as we're coming up here, using Echo, I mean, anybody can use Echo? Does everybody on our team have the same abilities?
Yeah, I mean, it's progressive, so we're an RPG, so you'll level your Echo tool just like your skills in the game. But if one agent activates Echo, all the agents in the group can see the scene that's played.
So are there distinct character classes with different abilities?
No, we really believe in a classless type RPG. So you define how you want to play. What do you want to be, an aggressive role, a support role, stay in the back and do damage? So on the fly, you can change your skills, you can change the weapon out, and change your role right even during combat. So you can see here, Bronson's going to set up a trap, basically a stun trap for like a taser trap for the first enemy, so we can kind of deal with the other two quickly.
So, as we're fighting here, are we fighting against, what are we looking at? Are we looking at sort of like a rebel faction, a terrorist faction?
Well, there's a variety of factions in the game, but we want them to be representative of New York. New York has a lot of, just basic thugs that would be up to, looting, terrorizing civilians that have survived. So these are just generic thugs that we have in this demo. But we've introduced our first faction in the CGI, which is the cleaners, the flamethrower guys in the other video, which is also part of our booth demo.
So lead me through, as we're in a combat situation here, what sort of things can we do to sort of help out the rest of our team?
We're a cover-based combat game, so choosing your cover, choosing where you situate yourself is the first kind of important thing. So player one here is kind of a mid-range character. He's using the Chris, the SMG, and he's going to want to position himself at a distance that works well with that weapon. And then on top of that, you want to use the skills that make sense for the weapon type you've chosen. So here we have a strobe or a firefly, which can kind of visually stun the enemies. And we're also using a modified Seeker Mine from last year, and you'll see the big effect at the end of that. But that's how all the skills in the game will work, is you unlock a baseline skill, and then later you can kind of modify it and up to changing how the skill works completely.
Very cool. And are we looking at, as far as our weapons here, are we trying to keep it sort of grounded in a realistic world, or are we going to see some things that are a little more out there?
Well, I mean, it's a balance, right? We everything we do in the game, we make sure that it's grounded, that it's researched. It's a Tom Clancy game, but it's an RPG, and we want it to be fun, and we want kind of tech to be our magic in the game. So as long as it's plausible and there's a basis for it and it's fun, it'll be in.
Very cool. And when are we going to be able to get our hands on The Division?
It's coming in 2015, so we look forward to it.
Excellent. So let's check out the trailer now for The Division. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Thank you.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm.
It's hard to watch something you love destroy itself, to see it fall apart. Disaster always feels so distant, detached. Someone else's struggle in some faraway place. It's not until it's in our city, at our doors, that we realize how fragile we are. All of us. All of this.
No, baby, Steven. I'm here. Mommy's right here.
Please.
I love you, Marcus.
Sarah.
And when it hit, when it came down hard.
You mean my family back?
And we fell.
Fucking lies.
We buried ourselves in anger, fear, in the instinct to survive.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm just not strong enough. Where's the drive, son? Please no more.
And the real truth is, no one watched, no one saw, wanted to see.
Where you going?
Tragedy is invisible. People turn away from it and run from it if they can. And it's hard knowing that you belong here, that your purpose lies amongst all this pain. But someone's got to be there to pick it up, to push back. Put the first piece back together. Put us all back together.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We are still broadcasting live from E3. Welcome everyone, and welcome to you, Andrew. Hello, sir.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Pretty good.
We just talked backstage. I love your beard. I feel like that's gonna make a strong stage
Thank you.
presence here. You are a developer and designer on Rainbow Six Siege.
Yes.
Which is your shirt. You guys just revealed this, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you want to just walk us through what we're gonna be seeing today?
Yeah, so you're going to see our on-stage demo you saw at the Ubisoft press conference. It's a 5v5 hostage game mode.
Cool.
No respawn between attackers and defenders in a house. So the attackers need to go in the house, extract the hostage. So as you see here, started up, Team Raven, Team Rogue, an homage to previous Rainbow Six games.
We're just going to keep turning over our shoulder and looking at the footage, but you guys can bear with us. Please enjoy. Yeah, talk to us about what environment we're going to be seeing and how this fits into the overall game.
So what you're seeing right here is the preparation phase for both teams, the attackers and defenders. You're following the role of the attackers right now that are observing the environment with a little drone. So the drone's moving around. They're seeing the defenders move around the world, setting up wall reinforcements there, which negates all destruction on that wall. So breach charges will not go through. They're placing barricades to actually to slow down the attackers in the oncoming assault. Let's find the hostage here. So he finds the hostage, knows the location is, explaining what's going on to the team.
Awesome. Okay. So this is a high intensity moment right here.
Yep.
Can I just always control the little camera on the ground? Because that would be good.
Yeah,
I would probably be too stressed out if this is what I was doing. I want to just drive a camera around.
What you see right here is actually the planning phase. So the attackers are deciding where to drop in from based on the information they've gained from running around observing the world with the drones. So they decided that a helicopter drop in on the roof is the best way to go because the defenders have really set up a good perimeter and expect them to come in from either side. So they're dropping in from the top here. And so they're giving up towards us this asymmetry gameplay, which we call the siege gameplay, so attack versus defense. Attackers the usual Rainbow Six style. Defenders are a new gameplay where they know the siege they know the assault is coming of the attackers, so they're placing the fortifications around, really protecting the objective.
Oh man, this is wild already, man.
So everybody's setting up here. You're about to see our first breach. And this is a little sneak peek in what you're going to see in Destruction in our game. Destruction is the center of the experience of Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay, awesome. And you were just telling me backstage that there is like a lot of procedural work that you guys did with Destruction. It's going to be very different, varied, often like throughout battles. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's a procedural-based destruction system, or destruction engine rather, called Gil Blast, developed right in Ubisoft Montreal. And it's the core of Rainbow Six Siege. So you're seeing right here the walls getting blown out. We have a gunfight between rooms. So it's procedural and it's based on materials. So you see in here a gyps wall in a house is breaking apart just like how gyps walls would. Same thing with wood. So if you're a shotgun blast between rooms, getting the drop line of sight on your enemies, easy to ambush, placing breach charges on walls and floors, making new navigational opportunities. So you can walk on, you're gonna see that in a second.
So this Destruction actually does kind of change the way battle flows in a match. I mean, it's not just aesthetic, it actually changes gameplay.
No, it's the center of the experience. We want to make sure that that's what we're going to push forward with the gameplay. Like you see here, just the walls are just getting torn up, gun battles between walls. The guy with the shields, covering his buddies. But yeah, explosions coming from everywhere, but it's the center of the experience. It's where the player creativity comes in from both attack and defense.
Awesome. Is there a button for passing out due to stress? Because I would like to know that button for this match.
That's one of the things about Rainbow Six, man. It's all about tactics, team play, and tension, and we want to make a really tense experience with the no respawn mode. Every single decision you make counts. Every single shot counts. You got to stay with your teammates, be united in your plans, and really push through and get the objective done.
You're just convincing me that the button is more needed for passing out. That's very stressful. So how long would you say, I mean, I'm sure modes, vary the time of the match, but how long would you say a normal match would take a group of friends?
Well, the usual match right now, we're playing the time between I think it's about 3 to 5 minutes here.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
It goes between rounds. So you start one round as an attacker, going through trying to grab the objective. The next round, you actually go into defense. So you go in the defense part, you pick your objective location, you plan the same thing as before, trying to hold off against the assault, so you alternate between attack and defense in Rainbow Six.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Are you guys talking about any other environments that we're going to see in the game, or is this what you're showcasing right now?
What we're showcasing right now is our house map in the Boston suburbs.
Okay, awesome.
Really goes well with what we want to show fans coming out, announcing. This is pre-alpha right now, and we're working really hard on getting on new maps and new experiences, and we're looking forward in the future to sharing that with fans.
Awesome. May I ask, how long have you guys been working on this project? I mean, you guys have probably put a lot of effort into this already.
We've been working really hard since January 2013 on the project, really getting together, making sure we're going back to what Rainbow Six is all about, and we iterated on that base principle. Destruction, we thought a Real Blast engine, and I mean, look at it, it's awesome. We have a breach here going into the room, getting a new opportunity to go through rooms, because Rainbow Six, they're masters of destructions, right? It's all about counter-terrorist units, combat in close quarters, being surgical with your destruction. So as we've been working on it, it's really been the core of the gameplay.
I feel like the insurance on this house is going to skyrocket after this match. I actually feel really bad for these people. So how does it feel, man? You guys just revealed this yesterday, correct?
Yep.
I mean, what is the team feeling right now? It's E3 2014. We have all these people seeing the game for the first time.
Well, we're really ecstatic. I mean, it's been amazing. The fans have been really good. The community's been really good. We've heard great things about it. The team we're really kind of chomping at the bit to show the world, the brand new Rainbow Six, the father of tactical shooters, is back, and really kind of show everybody what we've been working on. And the response has been wonderful. We're
awesome.
Very pumped to be here and show it off.
Awesome. I mean, I feel like that would be a huge stressor, not to call back to stressors, but it would be a huge stressor because the Rainbow Six community is huge. It's very passionate, and they've probably been wanting a game like this for a long time. So, I mean, what does it feel like going in as a developer and you have that community anticipating the next game?
Well, we want to listen to the community. They're very vocal fans. They've been missing the franchise for so long, and we really want to deliver and make sure we had a really powerful experience. And we really think we delivered with Rainbow Six.
Awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much. Rainbow Six Siege coming out next year, correct? PS4, awesome asymmetrical multiplayer. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely, thank you. And I think we're going to check out a very important game that has just been talked about recently, a little Mortal Kombat X.
lady